I'm Craig Henry. I'm U.S. Industry Manager for Intralogistics for Siemens Industry. We're here at Promat. What we're showcasing here at Promat is an ecosystem that comprises operational technologies up through informational technologies. What Siemens does that's unique, we have an ecosystem that bridges shop floor to top floor, which is another way of saying the IT-OT convergence. Behind me, you'll see some screens that show the digital twin. Siemens has been working on the Internet of Things for 10 years plus. We were ready for the supply chain crisis. We were ready for the movement toward digitalization, and now that it's here, we've got a fantastic offering that not only does software in the way of emulation, simulation, but also all of the components right down to sensors, motors, drives, PLCs, etc. So what we're able to showcase here is not only the products, but what you're seeing behind me, which is our software, where we can put together a digital twin of either a brownfield existing system or a greenfield system, and that can be completely tested and tipped over and modified and tested again to the point where it's been optimized and can then be executed in the real world. The big advantage of this is that we can get you 30% down the line time-wise once you're ready to implement. And you don't have to test real-life equipment. You can actually test in software where it's absolutely no damage when things don't work out. So that's the new way of going about things. And then moving from there, the end goal is to have a closed-loop digital twin. The closed-loop digital twin is that you have a software model running next to the actual hardware that's in real time. They inform one another, and they can actually be connected such that you can have the digital world informing, hey, make adjustments because we're seeing this, and the real world saying, we're seeing this, and therefore it continues to grow. There's a big thing happening in the world today in intralogistics and business in general, and that is that companies are unable to really take advantage of the digital world that they're entering into. And so we're providing the tools to not only inform that, but to help get those cost savings that everyone's looking for. What you're seeing next to me here is some of the motion control equipment that we are offering to the material handling world. Siemens is at the forefront of what we call a distributed drive. We have our second and third generation distributed drives here. Our G120 system is a drive designed to be at the point of need rather than far away in a cabinet where you're running long cables which create their own problems. And that setup's not very good also because it creates heat, and you generate all this heat within a cabinet. So our distributed drives can even include the gear motor itself all in one assembly. This shortens cables, this reduces errors in putting things together because the cables are pre-made. It also is easy to change out. Should there be a problem, something blows up, someone runs into this with a fork truck, we can change this out very quickly. And so, like in a baggage handling application, you cannot be down. Downtime is very dangerous in that application. And in anywhere else, let's face it, automotive, etc., downtime is very expensive. So we've pioneered this, and of course, as with all of Siemens products, it does stay on our Profinet network. We can use ProfiSafe on this as well, because with everything that Siemens does, we've got safety integrated into everything. So this is part of our overall system and the ecosystem that is Siemens. What you're seeing next to me is a robotic accessory, I will call it. It's going to work with any of the commercial robot providers in the space. What we have is FlexGrip technology, that's what we call it. What it does is it's got a camera, it's looking at whatever it's picking up and making decisions about how it picks them up, the angle that it's going to approach, and to make sure that it gets it at the right surface. So although this robot is operating relatively slowly, there's a whole lot of processing going on inside the PLC, which you see here. We're feeding the positions and information back to the, in this case, KUKA robot controller. So what it's doing in the screen, you'll see it's taking an image and processing that image with every approach that it takes. So our FlexGrip technology is another way that we're helping folks implement robotic technologies for the real world. One of our really great technologies here at Siemens is a thing called real-time location system. And RTLS is this next generation of what would be an automatic tracking or RFID, and it's where you have a transmitter. And the transmitter is actually constantly giving its location. And it can provide within down to 10 centimeters accuracy where something is. And so they can be used for navigation. It can also be used to locate tooling. There are companies, big automotive, that have thousands of items of tooling and they're wondering where they are. So keeping a tracker with them is very useful and keeps folks from having to wonder where is stuff. So RTLS is a great technology in material handling as traceability and trackability is more and more important.